I feel you, because Oracle of Ages was my very first Zelda game, and then I got Ocarina of Time. Let's go with, like, Stu. Like, Stu, why are you up at 4 in the morning being gay? So I lost control of my life. Ah, fuck me. We get a stone. And not a medallion. Ball sack. Oh, gotta start the timer. And it's like a green tunic that's like not very randomized. Best seeds I don't know about this seed. That's like already off to a bad start, just because you know you got more shit you'll have to do. Like, literally, no matter what, that means we have 6 dungeons to do instead of, like, the minimum of 5. Well, with any luck, maybe we'll finally get a stone shadow temple. Use Wind Waker to escape from your dad. Yeah. I have a really shitty father, too. Okay. Double defense. Yeah, I have, like, a super shit father, so I kind of, like, understand the experience. Yeah, I don't get, like, too wild with my seeds, unless I'm kind of doing something special. If I'm just kind of, like, scheduling it in for a stream, I just really just put on, like, randomized shops, and that's about it. But yeah, I don't shuffle the ocarina, don't do songs or cows or anything like that. Well, I do put it into the chest, though, just for the fun of it. You know, just because we've got to do at least 6 dungeons, I want to check this gossip zone over here. Normally, I just, like, forego it, but I'm feeling it today. But yeah, Wind Waker was great. I also really like the Minish Cap. I'm sad that Vaati, basically, they gave him 3 games, and then, bam, no more Vaati. Thank you, Gossip Stone. I'll be sure to go to Hyrule Castle. It's funny when you don't shuffle songs, because you're pretty much always guaranteed to get a good one there. Oh, okay, got a shield for Adult Link. Yeah, I thought Vaati was such a cool villain. I love his aesthetic. I love his little cape. He's probably kind of fruity, to be honest. His theme is really good, too. I feel like if we got Vaati and you throw him into a game like Majora's Mask that kind of had a little more of a darker sort of theme going along for it, I feel like he'd be great. I would love it. But I kind of feel like we're just not going to see Vaati again, sadly. I guess unless they're going to explore whatever timeline, like, Minish Cap and all that shit are in again. Maybe they'll bring him back. But I'm not keeping my hopes up. But if Nintendo does ever announce a game in the future and you see Vaati, check my timeline because I'm gonna be fucking popping off. That's how excited I'll be to see Vaati again. Alright, you got nothing. What have we in this one? How much are these rupees, out of curiosity? Huge rupee for 150. Blue rupee for 165? God damn. You got the deals today, gamers. Also, hey, Y27. Doing good, doing good. Hyrule Castle again? Suck it. Unfreezing King Zora. That's good to know, because King Zora had something last time, the little shit. So we don't have to unfreeze King Zora. Azora's Scale is in Goron City. And Death Mountain Trail is foolish. Okay. We didn't find anything out about dungeons from these stones. But yeah, the usual. I watched more Amphibia today. I have gotten onto the Amphibia train. Okay, that's nice, not having to do Jabu. And okay, this seed, okay. I may have been bothered by starting with a stone, but if I don't have to go into Jabu and I don't have to go into Shadow, that's like 2 temples that annoy me, so. But the thing is, it's not telling me anything, like, I'm not gonna feel too excited until we find out if Shadow is foolish. Like, okay, maybe I'll maybe be okay with Jabu, but like, please don't let me do Shadow Temple. Perfect. But yeah, I've been on the Amphibia hype. I'm like a little over halfway into Season 1. I'm basically like binging it between my morning and afternoon streams, but I'm not doing a morning stream tomorrow, so I'll have more time to dedicate to it. Okay, we gotta go to Gerudo Training Grounds. So I know a mini dungeon I have to go into, don't know anything about dungeons. Find a way for Ganondorf to free himself from the endless curse of demise, and work with Link and Zelda to beat the shit out of demise. That would be kind of cool, for sure. I would like to see something that would force Link and Ganon to team up. Because, like, Zelda hasn't really done that, and I feel like a lot of other games inevitably do that. Like, don't Bowser and Mario team up? Like didn't they team up in, like, the very first one? The 7-star RPG thing? Because I feel like I remember Bowser being a party member at some point. And I mean, all throughout video games, you can, like, find examples where, like, the protagonists, you have to, like, work with the bad guy for one reason or another. It's definitely a cool concept. I am a fool. God, what is this seed? I almost feel like they wouldn't do it with Zelda just because, like, the whole thing is that Link doesn't talk. Okay, well, Deku Shield. You love the dungeons in this game? Ocarina of Time has some fun. They're especially fun to do in the randomizer. Because, like, you know, we can cheese the Deku tree with the basement skip. If you do DC as Adult Link, it's honestly really funny to me because you just kind of, like, bust open the Dongo's Cavern just by virtue of being taller. It's like, oh yeah, since you're not sure, you can just, like, skip all these rooms. It's, like, really funny. Oh, I haven't played Spirit Tracks yet. There's, like, 1 or 2 of the, like, older games I haven't played yet, but I haven't done, like, Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass. I haven't played Breath of the Wild, but that fucking sucks because that means that it would never tell me that Shadow Temple is foolish now. But yeah, I haven't played Breath of the Wild, but I've seen, like, multiple people do casual playthroughs, so it kind of feels like I've experienced it, and I enjoyed it. Didn't play Skyward Sword. I have not played Link Between Worlds. I haven't done Oracle of Seasons. I played the very first one, kind of rage quit it. Haven't played Adventure of Link. And I think that covers Oh, I haven't done Hyrule Warriors. I watched like my roommate play for a little bit. Oh, I guess that technically means that I haven't played Rupee's Tingle's Rupee Wonderland. Rose-colored Tingle Dingle, whatever it's called. I haven't done that yet. Alright, let's see what this little shit's gonna give me. Epona... is it Epona because that's how I'm supposed to get... That's probably how I'm supposed to get to Gerudo Fortress. It's really interesting. Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land. I almost forgot it existed for a second until I just remembered it. But the thing is, I don't have a Switch, so like I can't buy Breath of the Wild. That's kind of why I haven't played a lot of various Nintendo games, because like I had a Game Boy SP and I had a GameCube, and then I never got a Wii, never got a Wii U. I didn't have a DS back in the day, didn't have a 3DS until very recently. Which is also why you saw me kind of do like casual playthroughs of some Pokemon games. It's because like I didn't have the console when the games came out. Bam! Gaming. We're not gaming. Where are my items? The Bibbidi Bop give me a lesbian tots. The big flower room in Forbidden Woods. I think I've fallen there a couple of times. Yeah. It's Tower of the Gods is like my least favorite dungeon in Wind Waker. Which I guess like I still like it, but it is my least favorite. I'm kind of sad that we didn't get more dungeons, because you know it was rushed and all. I think everyone pretty much knows it at this point. Like they were meant to have like more dungeons. Like, I believe we were supposed to have, like, an ice dungeon and then something on the Fire Rain Island. But then they basically just got cut to, like, what we have now. And then, like, I guess... Forsaken Fortress kinda counts. But I feel like it's more of like a mini dungeon, you know? Kinda like how we have Bomb of the Well, Gerudo Training Grounds in this game. I kind of feel like Forsaken Fortress feels the same to me. 100%? Maybe. I almost had a 100% of Seed, last time we did the Seed. Last week. Ah, fire arrows. I don't even need you, but whatever, I'll grab you. Aw, fuck me. Yeah, and I don't really know the trick to get over to that. Well, I missed out on a Gospel Sonen item because of that. You know, with my luck, that's a goddamn item I need. Oh god, custom Wind Waker dungeons would be awesome. Okay, so... Prelude is Song of Time, which is whatever I get the light medallion from. That is my bow. There's a bow there. Okay, so there's a bow, and I know there's a scale somewhere in Goron City. So there's, like, some sort of aid. It sucks though, without slingshot or without bombs, I can't like actually do Deku Tree yet. I don't know how to do the basement skip without the bombs. Which would be really helpful. Give me something good or give me a good hint. Okay, so there's a small key on the hammer chest in Fire Temple. There we go, there's something. Shot of the hook. I don't have bombs. Huh, you know, now I'm curious. I wonder if Voodoo Training Grounds Slay the Hero. I got a hook shot, though. So I wonder if that means if my long shot is in Voodoo Training Grounds. Unless archery has something on it, and that's why Pono's Way of the Hero. That would, like, be the other reason. Also, I'm gonna go back and check the valley, I think. Do I? I don't want to, though. I don't want to, but I feel like I have to. It's a dilemma I'm facing. Chicken. Alright. We got the 2 arrows that we don't need. I love randomizers. Oh yeah, gamers. So I'm tentatively thinking about maybe doing Ironmon runs. Like, I don't think I'm going to do, like, Kaizo. Not yet, anyway. But I feel like it could be kind of... Oh, Zelda's Lullaby, there we go. But I've just been, like, watching a couple people do them, and it's kind of, like, growing on me. And I just, like, really want to try, like, give them an attempt. Spiky tendrils are homophobic. Oh, so true, bestie. Those dang whipping tendrils you have to contend with in the woods. Forbidden Woods is kind of fun to do in a randomizer. Particularly if you have bombs or, like, fire arrows going into it. Then you can just, like, kind of... And if you have the boomerang, too. You can just kind of, like, cheese through it. If it was a hard piece, I would let it go, but hard container, I'll take a little bit of time loss. Give me the love. I would have committed a murder if that was actually an ice trap. Okay, so I'm gonna go, like, grab some rupees, because I think the Deku Scrub needs 40 to buy an item from, and we're a little bit short. You want full hundo. Well, I gotta give the people what they want, right? Can't disappoint the people. Plus, you can just pull it. If I don't do it, it's lesbophobic of me, so I have to do it. I know ZFG has done like 100% randomizers a couple of times, I think. Well, so ZFG is way better at the game than I am. Better than I literally ever will be. Damn. I kind of know that because we saw the bow. God damn these hints. Hey, heart piece. Yep, so it was 40. Wow. "100%, he not only did, I think that's pretty much what he does. I think he just likes to do no logic randos. Because he just knows, like, he knows how to do ace and everything. Like, I'm pretty sure ZFG can never be locked out of a seed. I'm pretty sure he has a way to access literally everything if he wants to. Unless it does something like completely hides, like, bombs from him or something so he can't use them. Fuck. Okay, I mean, that one kind of sucks, to be honest. This one's better, it's more of a jam. Up, A, down, up. Up, A, down, up, right. Well, we got rupees. You're doing the Mothra mini-boss? You got this, you got this. I believe in you, gay cat. I love that mini-boss. One of my favorite things to do in Wind Waker is to, like, just fight enemies and wait until, like, they attack you, so you can do that thing where you press the A button and Link will, like, do, like, the special, like, parry, like, counter-attack thing. I fucking love doing that so much. Come here, bestie. Bum, 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 bum. Might as well equip my shield. I know, it's cool stuff. Also, if you have light arrows, you can just shoot it while it's flying, and it'll just fall to the ground and crack and die. Randomizer strats, baby. Also, if you do that, the mini-boss music will remain as well, which is a absolutely amazing track. So I love when I'm able to do that. Okay. Sort of vanilla-ish minuet. What is this seed? Outside Ganon's castle. So I have to get all my strength upgrades because there's something outside Ganon's castle. Yep, so we're like 30 minutes into the seed, 23 minutes. And I'm already gonna call Trolley Shenanigans. Okay, there we go. I turned off 40 and 50, so at the very least, we only have to worry about 20 skulls. That's like some good news, finally. "20 has nothing. Okay. I mean, to be fair, the skulls aren't that bad. Honestly, I'm gonna say fuck it. We're gonna go into, even though I can't beat Deku Tree right now, we're gonna go into it while we're here. Just because I found nothing but my hookshot, so I'm feeling like there's a good chance we're gonna find something. Plus 2 more stones. All Sanity Hundo Run for a subathon. I mean, I would do that if, like, we reached a goal on the subathon, maybe. Not, like, doing a subathon during it. But that would be a good idea in general, I'd say. Water Temple, so the boss key chest has a wallet in it. Okay, that is fine, because we are going to Spirit Temple anyway. So that's good. A dungeon we're going to is Way of the Hero. And a Spirit Temple, it's one you, like, kind of more or less full clear anyway. No, we don't need 20 skulls. We may need 10 skulls, and that'll be it for skulls. This may be a skullless seed. I actually did do, like Key's Sanity and Deku's Sanity was, like, my 1500 follower, thing. Wow, piece of heart. I was hoping after getting that Trolley's Seed, we would get one that would be, like, under 3 hours, but my hopes are not too high. Come on, give me bombs, please. Ooh, bombs. Bombs, something. That's something. Not really something I... No, that's literally a something I don't want. Literally don't want Rudo's letter, because Jabu's a stone. I swear if I have to go in there. If I have to go in there, I'm doing a murder. Okay. Pot Spider. They added Pot Sanity? I know. I have watched Chelsea do Pot Sanity. That is absolutely intense. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh. But yeah, the fun thing about Pot Sanity is when people get to that one room, the one, like the guard post thingy in Market, because there's just so many pots there, it's ridiculous. I think, like, every time I've seen a Pot Sanity seed, there's been, like, at least 2 items there. Okay, hammer time, that's good. We do need the hammer, because we do have to beat Fire Type. Lens of Truth. I don't necessarily need... we might need it for the treasure game. But I don't need to do Bomb the Well or Shadow Temple. Okay, last item. So yeah, unless this is the slingshot or the bombs, I won't be able to continue. Oh yeah, my angle, I'm so good at angles. Wait, can I just do this? I can just do that. Okay, we're at 5. Piece of heart. Okay, so, I mean, at the very least, I did find the hammer. And that will let us check things as Adult Link. Alright, guess we're on our way to Kakariko. I wonder, I wonder where in Goron City the scale is. So I get the scale, I can get the bow, and like... bow in Gerudo Training Grounds, I can check a couple of things. I could potentially find whatever my Wade hero is in there. But we can't go up Zora's River, so yeah. I bet you this seat's gonna have me going between adult and child a couple of times. I can kind of feel it. I mean, it definitely will at least once, if I cannot get to that bow. But it could be potentially twice. Because of Deku Tree, I'm gonna go back in there. And we know Death Mountain Trail is foolish. Alright, Dolph Impa's house have anything? Does not. Tis basically vanilla. Tis a... break those for no reason. Return Miss Andrews' chickens. Nothing. And we have ZL, so I will be able to check whatever's in the Composer's Grave, that song. I mean, at this point, it might be a decent song. Alright, what you got for me? You got nothing. This seed really is just kind of being mean to me. Okay, so Jabu is foolish after all. Okay, one of our stone dungeons is foolish. Okay, so far, we know we don't have to go into Jabu. We will have to go into GTG. Here is my license to kill. See, like, it would, like, because the only thing I can do as a Kid Link would be to go into the shop to maybe get to scale. It's probably worth it to just go adult. I still thought I want to call. There's gonna be something in the goddamn valley. I guess Adult Link, we can check with Adult Link. Just because I have Epona, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal to, like, get back to the valley. That's just, like, my thought process here. Anyway, gamers, how about that Amphibia? I suppose probably sometime next week is when I'll be finishing it. I imagine by Friday I'll probably be like halfway through Season 2, probably. And we might get no skulls here. Six, 7. Oh, no, I think it'll be a short one. RNG manipulation. Yeah, because there's 8, 9 here. I don't have like a slingshot or anything to kill the other one. Okay, maybe Dompe is going to have something. I believe in Dompe. He's a nice guy, pays taxes. Well, I mean, at least it wasn't an ice trap. I can, like, kind of give him kudos for that. Boom, boom. Another heart container. I mean, hey, at least this seed's being kind of generous with hearts. It gave me double defense, too. I'm not gonna die unless I play really, really, really badly. I'm honestly not even really sure what song I like to see the most at this point. I guess Nocturne would be nice for some teleportation stuff. Three has 17, that's right, keep track. I think the most I've ever got on a randomizer was like 4 on like the bottom level. Okay, Requiem. So I guess that's 14, is it like 10 and 10? Trying to think. Well, I mean, if we're... Yeah, if we're foregoing This makes the most sense if we're going to forego... Where are we? Might as well get the song here and then head back to Hyrule Castle. So I can't even like do anything in the Spirit Temple right now. Okay, Market's foolish. Well, we don't have to do Bomb True Bowling or the chess game. Somewhat helpful. Shut up, Navi. That looks like those are my boots. Yeah, those are iron boots, I think. I love this resolution. Okay, I'm like 90% sure those are iron boots, which means we have a bean seed. We gotta buy beans at some point. Alright, Bolero. We can do a little bit of teleporting. Oh, okay. Well, we still need a good deal of items. I guess we did find a couple... I mean, we found hammer, I guess. That's pretty much all I really have to say, I suppose. We found the hammer. Hey, Shadow, good to see you. And yes, it is randomized. You can toggle that on if you so desire to. As I do. I know there's also some fancier mods you can get that include more music. From like other games and such. I know one mod that has stuff like the Final Fantasy VII fight music. Undying the Undying is one of the tracks as well. Or I guess Battle Against the True Hero, that's what it's technically called. I'm sure I could find where it is easily. I'm actually not too certain where it is myself, where you would acquire that. It'd be kind of fun to help spice things up a little bit, though. Alright, so I think instead of going to Kakariko immediately, we're going to Epona. Yeah, we're going to Epona. Because if we go to the Valley too as an adult, we can also check the chest there. Do you need the hammer to break open? Alright, time to find out where this is. Okay, so Forest has the useless medallion. There's nothing behind it. Water Temple. That's where Song of Time will be too, by the way. Dongos has fire. Deku Tree has water, so these last two are Spirit and Shadow medallions. Alright. Interesting distribution. Callie Demos' favorite thing is Makar. Callie Demos, the Vor boss. Well, I guess there's also Mulgara. Mulgara also vores you if you don't play properly. Have I ever mentioned how there's a lot of Vor in Ocarina of Time? With the 3 dungeons as Child Link, there is the Deku Tree. You literally just go inside the Deku Tree's mouth, and that's the dungeon. In the second dungeon, the Dodongo's Cavern, you may not think there is, but bear in mind, in order to get to King Dodongo, you do have to go through the giant skeleton of the dead Dodongo, and you go through its mouth. And finally, Jabu Jabu's belly. I think that one is pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I have to say anything on that one. Just saying, whoever worked on this game and was in charge of the first 3 dungeons for Child Link, might have a couple of questions for that person. Also, we already knew that 30 skulls had nothing on them. I feel like the game is giving me kind of poopy hints, if I'm being honest. Just like that sound. That's how I'm feeling right now. That's a Deku Shield, we don't need it. I wonder what in the world is going to be outside Ganon's castle. Because we'll be able to do Forest Temple, because I'm pretty certain we'll be able to get our upgrade for that. We got the hammer. I'm gonna say maybe that's where the mirror shield is. Mirror shield being outside Ganon's castle seems like a good guess for this seed. Right, undeniable. I'm the Vor expert here, okay? Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. I know my shit. If Grisales were here, he'd be telling me to shut up. He hates when I bring it up. Makes me feel like Jesus, you know, the comic strip where it's like they hated Jesus because he told the truth. That's me whenever I say that the... Fuck, I didn't get the other one. I didn't get the other skull in Kakariko. That's fine. That is good. Okay, so we don't have to do Zora's River either. You know, honestly, at this point, I'm wondering if, like, our items are all kind of mostly in dungeons. I mean, we got Lake Hylia, but that's foolish. There wasn't really much in Kakariko. Like, we pretty much just have, like, Adult Kakariko and Goron City. Okay, it was nothing, but it is nice to know that Zora's River has nothing. Oh yeah, the sounds get randomized too, yeah. Whenever I find a hover boots, like the sound it makes, that is also going to be randomized. Sometimes it's like the Mweep sound, which is really funny because it just goes like kind of like that. You used it first to take a snapshot? Yeah, that's based. I approve of that. Oh, you know what? That was one of my favorite things to do casually in Wind Waker 2. I love taking pictures and filling up the gallery with figurines. That was so much fun. Shooting in a maturity grants you jack fucking shit. Good note, not to bother with that. And I like how there's just like so many things you can take figurines of. Like everything from the enemies to like people to even like, I'm pretty sure like even like the crabs. Like you can take a picture of the crabs, they're like by the water. I just love this so much. Water Temple River Chest has nothing. So, okay, that's good to know. Which means after we kill Dark Link, we won't have to do anything else. If we have to kill Dark Link. I know there's a wallet in there, but so far we still have 4 shops to check though. So like, we may need to. But yeah, other thing is we can check this heart piece. Ha! Struck down mid-air. You may have had the high ground, but I had technology. Oh, magic! Now, that is interesting. Because that could maybe mean that that bow was not the intended bow. It could be saying Lake Haya's way of the hero for that magic there. That's just like an interesting thing to keep in mind. They're more fun when you mess them up. Honestly, I always wanted to, like, eat the spiritual stones. I think, like, a Goron mentions wanting to, like, eat the Goron Ruby. And I was like, huh. Kinda right, the Goron Ruby does look nice. Like, what if it tastes like rock candy? What's stopping me from grabbing the bow anyway? My sanity. Exactly. It's like, do you think they made the spiritual stone look tasty because they want to eat the spiritual stone? Eat the bow? I wonder what kind of wood it's made out of. It probably, like, is made out of some sort of fancy magical material, if I had to guess. Okay, we can check this, and then we can, minuet right to the Forest Temple. Spirit Temple, we already knew that. A wallet, okay. If there's anything behind a shop, that would be useful. Slurp down the stream like a noodle. Nothing like a little bit of slurping on a Tuesday. Nocturne, you went right there, okay. Bitch. Come here, bestie. What? You were supposed to turn around. Well, I can just do this. Play as Zelda right on top of her trusty Mount Ganondorf with her fairy companion Link to defeat the evil Saria and rescue Princess Epona. I know, and then Princess Epona goes on to be locked into a castle, and then Shrek starts. Ocarina of Time is such a great prequel to Shrek, I love it. Alright, do these gamers have anything for me? You have a bow! Oh, gaming. Gaming. Oh yeah, I don't have Sarias. I can't get past this little fucker. That's okay. We're just missing one chest. Or one check, rather. I agree. You should just be, like, the head honcho of Nintendo at this point. The age of the cyberworld cat girl has begun. But yeah, so I guess I'm right, probably. I'm going to assume Way of the Hero was for that magic, then. So yeah, we have a lot to do in Kakariko. Then we have Goron City, we have a bunch of the crater. We technically can't do any dungeons yet. Well, we can get into Forest Temple, but we would not be able to beat it unless I found a strength upgrade. Which that still kind of baffles me, because we have to find all three, and I still haven't found one. I feel like if you needed all three, we would have found one by now. You know, you could use some more chests. If it were in my power, I would give you so much chests. You wouldn't even believe it. Gamin? A big Goron could have something. It's like a middleman between your actual check, so to speak. Okay, big thing. I found a wallet, so super curious if any of these shops will have anything in them. What is that? Oh, it's arrows. And you cannot buy bombs without a bomb bag. That's also what we're missing as a bomb bag. Oh, speak of the damn devil. And I can buy it. Nice. And, well, you're like the standard 200. So we can Okay, so we can technically buy a Goron tunic at this point. No, because we don't have bombs yet. So we kind of almost have a Fire Temple all in logic too. Oh yeah, also we didn't check this as a kid. Okay, it's a piece of heart. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, graveyard ledge doesn't. We don't need that. I can tech, yeah. Unlike Birdly, I can tech. If Noelle attempted to kill me, I would simply not get killed. Fire! I will get lit on fire, though. Navi? That's Navi, by the way. Whenever like Link screams like that. Alright, what we got? Piece of heart. Hearts. All these hearts, is that a Spinel reference? I fucking love Spinel. Oh yeah, thank you, Tracker. I wouldn't have thought. Yes, because we have fire arrows. Usually I check this chest with Din's fire. But technically, with fire arrows, we can do this. I will shit myself if fire arrows were like actually needed for this seed. So like very, very rarely occurs. Sort of? That is a free Goron tunic. There you go. So I'm feeling like we check the rest of Kakariko and then go clear out Forest Temple. Well, I mean, rest, I mean literally just go pop into here real quick. Or I guess we do have Bolero. Yeah, I can Bolero. Alright, Rupee, don't need it. Vanilla Song of Storms. And I played it perfectly the first time, too. We don't have... Yeah, because I fucked it up. Alright, yeah, let's head over to the Forest Temple. So we got bow, we got hookshot. I'm pretty certain I don't need bombs for anything. I know vanilla. That is right, we did save money. That is a good way to view it. The Cali Demos figurine, poggers. I was trying to hum Flowey's theme there, but I think I messed it up. Hi, my name's Callie. Callie Demos. You must be new here to the Forbidden Woods. How would you like to learn about love? Oh yeah, we're at 10 skulls. We don't need any more. Because everything but 10. We don't know what 10 is, but everything else is dead. Y'all ever poke a skeleton before? I guess Kai Demos knows all's fair in love and war. Hey, I was making... I've made like 3 vor jokes already today. You're all good. Okay, and we just re-upped our money, too. Good in case either Zora's Domain or Goron City have anything. Those are the last 2 shops to check. I mean, let's be honest, this stream is poor... Wait, no. Pro-voring the rich. Alright, small key. Poke yourself in the ribs and bam, you posted a skeleton. Inside every human is a skeleton just waiting to pop out one day. Because the keys will still be randomized in such a way the temple can be completed. The logic would not allow them to be distributed in a way that you couldn't complete it. So right now I have access to every chest that's in this dungeon. Like, I might have to go around in a sort of, like, unconventional way to get to them all, but it is possible. I know, now that you're an adult, you can play video games however you want. You can be the mischievous cat girl you've always been meant to be. Oh yeah, it's really fun, honestly. Like, my very first time when I did a seed, even though I didn't really randomize much, it took me like about 7 hours to beat it. But like now, with my settings, unless I were to like fully check everything, which would take me maybe like 4 hours. But yeah, I typically can beat seeds like 2 to 3 hours, depending on how stuff gets randomized. Navi, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, yeah, that's right. You'll have to go back to college. Well, like 3 weeks or something, probably. Yeah, that was everything in this room. Whoa, Link, calm down there. Whoa, girl, we're going over here. Starts on the 29th. Yeah, that's kind of like around the time when mine did as well. I lived in Florida, and I think like because we're like in a warm state, our schools like at least compared to like New Jersey, where I grew up in. Wait. Hold up. Wait, how do I access the rest? Maybe we actually can't beat Forest Temple right now. Yeah, because I don't think it's in logic for me to go there yet. And I don't have iron boots. Yeah, because this way needs Song of Time, and that's locked behind Water Temple. And I never figured out the angle to do this. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, Song of Storms. Yeah, we got Song of Storms, vanilla Song of Storms. Thank you, gamer. I thought I recalled that being trickier, and I remembered. Okay, we're good. Yeah, and up there's the Floor Master room, but we'll have to drop down for that. Okay, so there's a small key. Okay, so we had a slight alarm, but we're good. See, for me, I kind of like Forest Temple. I just don't really like the first half, like this with like the courtyards and this room. But I feel like once you get past this room, that's when I start liking Forest Temple. Also, potentially hot take, and I feel like I say this every time I do a randomizer, I feel like Forest Temple is creepier than Shadow Temple. Like, old abandoned building deep in a forest, you know, and the music that plays as well. I just very much feel like it has a creepier vibe to it. But I also know Shadow Temple is really meant to, like, scare you. I think it's just meant to, like, be obvious. It's like, oh, scary. Poop yourself place. Long ranch music, very creepy. Listen, have you seen, like, a horse skeleton? Okay, they're scary. Also, like, a horse's mouth is also kind of scary. Interesting theory. Yeah, that, like, he was, like, trying to, like, help people escape the war or something. Is that, like, the theory? And then, like, Hyrule decided to, like, execute him. Because, like, he was technically breaking the law. Even though he was sort of in the right. Oh, wait, there was a game that didn't have Octoroks in them? Was it Twilight Princess? Octoroks are great. I grew up in the olden days of YouTube poops. And I fondly remember the Link CGI ones. I can't wait to bomb the dongos. Those were the days. Fuck you. Link hates art. Ashika training ground, teach him the third eye or whatever. Oh yeah, I think that was the thing too. Like, the Shadow Temple is meant to be like a training grounds or something for them. But I think Bongo Bongo specifically is still supposed to be like the spirit of like a man that was executed. They were replaced by the Tolpolis. I mean, I agree with you that Wind Waker is better than Twilight Princess, but like, I will still fight you. Like, I'm totally down. Meet me outside Denny's in 20 minutes. I don't know, justice for the Octoroks. How do you do them dirty like that? Is there like any Zelda enemy that like has been in every single one? Like Deku Scrubs or something? Or Keese? I feel like Keese have been in like every Zelda game. TP's is too dark and edgy. Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, I think if I remember, like, the whole reason that they kind of went in the direction they did was because people critiqued, or at least, that was like the rumor, at least back in the day, was that people critiqued Wind Waker so much that they, I guess, like, felt obligated to do something that went into the opposite direction. And so that's why Twilight Princess kind of had, like, the more darker tones to it. It was Octorok. So Twilight Princess ruined the streak, so now there's like no Zelda enemy that's appeared in every single game. They ruined it. But yeah, I totally feel that. I totally feel that. You know, the kind of funny thing is, I used to be a Wind Waker hater back in the day. I was one of the people that was like, you know, like, they did, like, this CGI style, I don't really like it, they should have done something else. But, like, now, like, I'm no longer a hater. Like I said earlier, it's actually one of my favorite Zelda games. But yeah, like, when I was younger, I really didn't give Wind Waker the chance that it deserved. But I am proud to say that I am a Wind Waker enjoyer. Keys weren't in Zelda 2. Rude. Oh yeah, because 2 entries in, yeah. That is true. I do like how they kind of like change Keys up a little bit from like in between games a bit. I'm definitely a fan of Wind Waker Keys, I would say. I think they're kind of cute. Alright, almost done with Far Simple. Which, assuming we don't have to do too much in water or fire, and we don't have to go into Shadow Temple, Forest would be the temple that would take the most time to beat. Deku Tree is like literally just going in as soon as we find bombs or the slingshot. Oh, not you, not you. You. Hey, download. Yeah. You know, it's fun. We got something outside Ganon's castle in this seed. It's one of those seeds, even though my settings usually aren't too crazy. And a Deku is because I still have not learned how to do a basement skip without using bombs. So for me, anyway, that is still inaccessible. I did go into Deku Tree though, and I did find the hammer. Umbrella Core created... Oh, because of, like, the rotating room? Okay, well, I mean, there's a slingshot. Okay, well, we can now beat Deku Tree. Anyone want to bet if Goma's gonna have something on her? We do still have adult things to do. Because there's still all of Goron City and the crater we can tap into. I guess we can also We can, like, partially do Fire Temple. I'd rather find bombs before we go in there, though. Okay, kind of appropriate. This is, again... It's funny, this is the first time we're fighting a boss, too, so I didn't know that it was going to be Ganondorf. Get back, get back. Three for three. You can shoot him well. Yeah, what do you mean? Okay, so, boss music is randomized, and every boss has the same music, except, Ganondorf and Ganon, of course, and Volvagia and King Dodongo. They have, like, their own unique tracks. But every other boss, shares the same music. So, like, when we fight Queen Goma, it's gonna be Ganondorf, Morpha is gonna have Ganondorf. I know of Vanilla, technically. Yay, Far Simple. Okay, puts us here. We can clear out Kokiri, Song of Storms. Oh, no, you can shoot him when he's out flying. I mean, there's, like, a very good chance you're gonna get hit yourself. Unless you're an amazing gamer like me, like you just saw there. But yeah, once the portal does the thingy and he's out in the open, you can shoot him down. Do it again, maybe the next seed. Okay, Goron Pottery is nothing. Did not know that. We got a decky stick. Okay, Gerudo's Fortress is foolish. Blue Rupee. So yeah, if opponents was Wave the Hero, I feel like that's gotta mean long shots. I guess bombs could be there, because boots, we need beams, and they're kind of locked behind, No, because we get to scale. Unless something super wacky is happening, I think that's where long shot is. Oh no, GTG is a Wave Hero. I'm just thinking that's probably going to end up being my long shot. I'll take that. Huh, and you know, okay. I was thinking that outside Ganon's castle this whole time was going to be the Mirror Shield. Is there some way that could be the bomb bag? Yes, they are. Spirit Temple is as well. Apparently Goron... Well, we just found a Mirror Shield. I also know there's a scale in here, too. Alright, so either Darunia or the Rolling Goron has that scale. Oh, what color is our tunic? Goron tunic is blue. I hope the Zora's tunic is like some sort of red color. I think after the crater I want to go to GTG. Bolero was Sun Song. Goblin Terror Garden, yes. That's precisely what that means. Big Goron sword. I wish I could grab that right now. Okay, red rupee. Well, if we end up back here with donut bombs, end up back here with the hover boots, I will be grabbing Big Goron sword. Hint, hint, hint. Oh, cool, okay. Thank you, Space Jesus, for making my stone dungeons foolish. I feel like I've had to go into Shao Temple so often lately, I feel like. Oh, I never put that claim check on. Where are you? Whatever. That'll represent it. Big rupee. Oh, I never expanded the wallet too. Alright, now adult, that's the one. I guess that was a Deku stick then? It looked like something long and silver, and there's no other item I'm missing that's long, because it's not the gauntlets, because it was long. Maybe it was arrows. It's not a big orange sword. Hookshot can be found in Hyrule Field. Oh boy. Oh, you know what? We're gonna go down to Kakariko, because I can check the 10 skulls. Just to make sure that's got nothing on it. We already know all the other skulls are dead at the moment. But yeah, we'll head to GTG after that, too. Well, we can check the Heartgrave as well. Heart, Sunstone, Sun, Song, Grave, Dead People. Grateful Dead. I wonder if that was the slingshot, because I don't have the basement thing picked off as a trick. So I do still have slingshot in logic. I'm curious if Skulls or the one in Forest Temple was the one it expected me to get. That will be something for the log after the seed. And nothing. It always feels a little bit hype when the Heart Piece Grave there actually has something in it. Since that's... unless you have like Skull Sandy on or something, really nothing else for the Sun Song. It's kind of like the literal one check. I guess kind of similar to the Slingshot and Target in the Woods. It's like pretty much everything else you need a Slingshot for. I feel like logic usually gives you some other way to do it. Alright, GTG time. And we don't have to check the fortress, which is kind of nice. Yeah, in Spear we can't go in there yet. Only Child Link can get in there. But Shaolin can do a couple of things. I would be kind of worried if one of the strength upgrades is in there. But I guess we'll see what's in GTG once we do everything that we can. But it's probably about time to become a kid again soon. I'm still even more curious, because now we know... Okay, so since we know that... Oh, needed to spank the horse again. But since we know Shadow Temple's foolish... There we go. Jabu's is foolish. I'm still just really curious what that means, like what's outside Ganon's castle. I wonder if there's like some weird shenanigans with like where light arrows are. Maybe that's like hover boots, and they're behind hover boots. I may be leaning towards bombs being there. Sees in such a weird way that somehow my intended bomb bag is behind 2 strength upgrades. Hey, look, I'm like Kylie Jenner taking my horse to ride 100 feet over here. At least a horse is more economical. Back it up, back it up. If we do find a strength upgrade, we should be able to clear most of Spirit Temple. Good old foolish chest. Wait a minute. I can't kill Beamos. Never mind that. You should be able to, like, smash Beamos with the hammer. Okay, 1 strength upgrade. That does pretty much unlock Spirit Temple, most of it. I think without bombs, I'm gonna be missing like a thing or two. Alright, it's over there, isn't it? It's kind of nice that we happen to find them as well, just because that it's going to let me do these checks here too. I'm confused. On our way to finding those bombs. Well, I can technically do DC out of logic now. I think I just couldn't before. Yeah, I just couldn't before because I wouldn't have a way to get through the Dodongo's eyes. First try? Oh, I wasn't thinking about sniping them. I was just gonna, like, stand on top of them. And then take out the chews. It is a 5-pack, though. Yeah, I'm pretty certain you can stand on top of the eyes, and the bomb shoot should hit it. Alright, I don't actually need that. Oh yeah, you're on this side. Okay, and that's the blue ruby. Don't have a lot of time, can't get to that. Is it worth it to kill the Beamos? The answer is save scumming. If it's not, then I say nope. I mean, we're playing Ocarina of Time. In a way, it's kind of like traveling through time. Are you worth it? Nope. Gerudo's Scumming Grounds. I mean, hey, they gotta learn how to be thieves somehow, right? Similar to me going to Scum over here. And figure out if these are actually worth grabbing. Okay, that side, not worth it. Then there's a bomb bag in the chests. I guess I will feel a little bit dumb. Oh yeah, it definitely does. Well, I had to use 2 to get there. I had 7 to start. So if I didn't save Scum there, I would have been down 1 key. Alright, did this, like, not actually matter? Oh no, we have enough keys. The ledge? Oh, that was a blue rupee. I saw that before I saved and quit. Oh yeah, I didn't need it. Let's see. Okay, so... Will it being Wave the Hero? Nope, we're gonna hope that that strength upgrade was Wave the Hero and leave it at that. Well, speaking of, can I... Okay, yeah, it looks just like... Yeah, it's just like an arrow. Okay. I saw the shape of this, so I just kind of assumed that was the big Goron sword. Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. I totally understand. Usually when I'm watching Twitch, I have like at least 2 different streams I'm just kind of like taking a peek at. It was pretty good timing, wasn't it? That is what we call a memorable moment. Oh, that's a new one. We did not know that. Okay, we have to get to... When we know it is not King Zora, we did get a specific hint for King Zora. That fucker just has a red rupee this time. So something is not a pain in the ass to get to. Granted, I still... Wait, no, bomb shoes. Bug. No, so we do have a way to get there. We do have a way for Killing to get there when the bomb shoes. Anyway, breaking this first try. I'm still really curious what's going to be outside Ganon's castle. Well, I guess Zora's the main way the hero could be shop, and there could be something behind another wallet. And I can't... Honestly, I'm starting to wonder now. I thought that we saw iron boots on top of the Colossus, but maybe those weren't iron boots. Kinda would just be my luck that that was actually like a Deku Nut or something. I feel like I've seen Deku Nuts there, and it didn't look like a Deku Nut. Also, we have 2 rows of hearts already, with 1 completed dungeon. The Seed does really, really love giving me hearts. So I'm pretty sure just like holding the bomb shield works for the eyes. Yeah. Let's go out of sequence to Dongo's Cavern. And like with Jabba being foolish, I can't think of anything that Child Link would need a boomerang for. Like an item to get. Especially with Skulls all being dead. That's alright. Alright, King Dodongo down. There we go, we got our 2 dungeons. Because I can throw out the bomb shoes, taking out the bomb shoes. I have like another bottle. Ah, the Dodongo's Cavern didn't have anything in it. Well, I suppose if we go Child Link, we can finish up Deku Tree, and we can go see what's in the domain. Which would be out of logic, but we have the bomb shoes to do it. Plus, we can do a little bit of Spirit Temple too. And also, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. So I'll be back in like a minute. Alright, and I am back. The other thing, too, I think I realized is I think a Zora tunic would still be in logic for me. So I don't think I have, like, turning off tunics in my logic. So maybe, like, outside Ganon's castle is, like, a Zora tunic? I feel like that'd be odd, though, because I can afford to buy one. But still, maybe the logic is seeing me as having to get somehow, some other way. Alright, where are we going? Zora's River. Yeah, and I believe the iron boots are in Desert Colossus. It looked like there were iron boots there, but that may not. I may have been misseeing it. Which means we are going to buy beans here too. We may be having a bean seed. Yeah, this is true. We do need a number of things. We also do know that Zora's River is foolish. We do have 3 Gossip Stones, though. We knew that about Goron City. Maybe grab a couple of rupees if we get any, or a piece of heart. Haunted Wasteland, foolish. Suppose that's nice to know. I don't have to go way out of my way to find that. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, never mind. For some reason I thought... Oh, that Coco is ascending. For the fun of it, what are you? You're just a piece of heart. No Ice Cavern. How'd I manage that? I am secretly a ZFG. But no, I totally thought I was going to fall into the lower level in the water too. Kind of surprised that managed to actually work. Alright, so time to look at the shop and see that I'm going to need another wallet to buy an item. Nope, we don't. Okay, there's the bomb bag. That's where you were fucking hiding this whole time. Alright, clear the rest of the domain, and... we got Zelda's Lullaby from there. Makes sense. I do know there is a scale in Goron City. And it's either going to be the Rolling Goron with Link, or it's going to be Darunia. I don't know where Saria's is, though. I know, Prelude is Song of Time. Water, DC, and Deku. Assuming it's, Nocturne. Okay, so it was bombs. No wait, Zora's Fountain was foolish. Let's see, I don't need to go check that. Alright, time to go tap Deku Tree. And yeah, I think after this we do Spirit Temple. Which also lets us plant the beans as well. Alright, who's ready for some Ganondorf music? The Queen of Evil herself. And that is why we have Slingshot. Nope, don't poop out your babies. You're pooping out your babies. Okay, Goma down. 3 more dungeons to go. And Goma had nothing. Huh? I suppose we might as well check the target in the woods while we're here. Just in case that actually does end up being something. Oh yeah, arrows. When Slingshot ends up being way the hero, get your controller. Yeah, 'cause I think... Huh. Yeah, that's not the right song. Don't know what that was all about. Yeah, Slingshot and Song of Time, I think both, if you don't count Deku Tree, just have one thing locked behind them. Let me just look at this again. Like, that definitely looks like a pair of boots to me. And it kind of looks like the Iron Boots. The graphics, because I feel like you would see the gold better. Well, when we come back as an adult, we'll find out. That's fine. Healy doesn't really need a shield anymore. One pair of each. Now I want to see like a... I wonder if anyone's made a comic like that. And it's an adult Link wearing one hover boot, one iron boots, and what sort of physics shenanigans that ends up transpiring because of that. Not quite over enough. Hey, more bomb twos. What was that out of curiosity? A 10-pack? Neighbors love. And it looks like we did not need to come to child side. And while we're here, let's just check the ferry. Hey, there are the light arrows. So what the fuck is outside Ganon's castle? Because we have everything for fire. I'm missing Longshot. And there's something in Spirit Temple. Beans. That has to, like, not... That's gotta be, like, hover boots, then, I think. So now that... Well, I guess we... No, because the bombs would be... a behind the scale, which I could have gotten in Goron City. This will be an interesting spoiler log to look at. Yeah, because this Seed's Go mode is basically... It would be a Zora Tunic, Iron Boots, long shot. You know what's gonna suck is Spirit Temple just has... Well... No, it wouldn't suck because I know how to get the Morpho with just a hook shot and the... No, I need hover boots for that. Never mind. Yeah, so this Seed could still have some shenanigans with it. Ooh, Post Rival Silk with a Blissey, nice. I was confused because I tuned into his stream earlier this morning, I think it was, and I was confused because I saw the Blissey, but it was like level 40, and I know the last time I saw him with the Blissey, he was like level 70. And it turned out that run died, and he just so happened to have, like, a Blissey again. Unless he did, like, some sort of, like, save point or something. Yeah, I forgot the, I forgot what it was that did a lot of damage to him, but it was the Sandstorm that did the last bit when he had like 8 health left. Like, he basically just needed something to come out with like Drought or Drizzle or something. Parrot Song, yeah. I don't know if you saw in Scatter's Discord I posted in gaming, TGH had an unfortunate run died today. With a kind of janky Rapidash. Like, the absolute bullshit of getting a Snorlax that Parrot Songs you, and then you're able to beat it with a crit, and then bam, literally has another Snorlax. Huge Kaizo bullshit right there. It sucks too, because we were all like really hyped that he beat the Snorlax and still had like 2 turns left. So it was like conceivable to still win. And then the slack off was just like the icing on top of the cake. Oh, okay. So these are my iron boots. Okay. Okay, so I think what will probably make the most sense is that there's a strength upgrade in here, and then outside Ganon's castle is going to be the long shot. Like, that is definitely a thing that could be happening. I know, Parasol is so brutal for Kaizo runs. I can kind of see why TGH has started doing like Kaizo Plus, since it does some stuff like it lets you switch out for Parasol. And I understand why Pi is kind of feeling burnt out on it now too. Din's Fire. Well, we know that there is nothing in Shadow Temple. Oh yeah, might as well equip that Mirror Shield. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, once I find an item, which I'm going to hope is the Gauntlets, we're just going to dive into Twinarova and then check outside Ganon's castle. The problem is Pi that does seem to be something I've noticed since I started watching Pi. Apparently, Ixarian has done a lot of Ironmon runs, and has had, like, 6 wins in 600 runs or something like that. Like, a pretty decent ratio. But yeah, there is this, like, luck with Ironmon, because stuff like that just kind of screws you over, like Parrot Song. It's like the one that died at the TGH, like, Parrot Song on a Snorlax, and then literally the next Pokemon the trainer had was a Snorlax. Like, there's really no way to play around it. I just kind of... The game says, fuck you, and you run, you are not continuing. Yeah, like, if you're refusing to heal, that's kind of, like, on you. Sure. It's only so much you can blame on, like, the game giving you bad luck before it's just your fault. Oh, we've not been using the big Goron sword. I kind of forgot we got that, actually. He only just found out about IVs. Look at some pie pain.
I'm believing. Pull me back, chat. I'm getting my hopes up. I'm ready for the Dragon Rage. I'm ready for the Dragon Rage, chat room.
He's about to get Dragon Rage, isn't he?
Oh, shoot. No! No!
Yep. He didn't knock on wood. He didn't knock on wood. You gotta knock on wood if you're going to say some stupid shit like that. Alright, bigger rupee. I always like how you just like Blizzard Pulse just like right behind you, like sneaking up on you. Hover boots. Knowing Shadow is foolish, that is a curious find. I wonder if there's some sort of logic thing of me needing them for Volvagia's room? Unless they just happen to be here, too. Don't want to jinx the run, and then... That's great. I love Pokemon puns. Calm down there, Beamos. I think I also watched a Spike loser run today too, but I can't really remember what it was. I feel like I recall it dying in SSN, maybe? Boomerang, okay, also interesting. Dabu's is foolish. I'm hoping this is just meaning that Spirit Temple just happens to have a bunch of items in it. Because we basically just need we just basically need the long shot, or oh wait, no, because right, I have hover boots now. I think I can just beat the game, right? Because I don't have boss keys on. I have the hammer. I have the boots. I can get to Morpho's room. Yeah, no, I actually am in go mode. Outside again, that has to be like leading to like a Zora tunic, I think. Or yeah, there's like some shenanigans with like the scale. I got all my keys. No, I turn off boss keys. Yeah, so I'm like definitely in go mode. Oh, yeah, no. Just for, like, quality of life purposes, I just, like, turn off the boss keys. That way I can have stuff happen where I just have to, like, pop into, like, Fire Temple, or I guess, like, even Spirit Temple, but, you know, Water Temple as well. Oh yeah, I literally did not even need to do that. Just because bombs make me feel safe. That's kind of funny to say out of context. So yeah, we're just going into Water Temple. Ah, same with Fire... Yeah, Fire Temple too. We just have to go into Fire Temple and kill Volvagia. Actually, I guess this sea wasn't too bad. Just had a kind of a rough start. But I guess that's hard to say because we did stuff out of logic with bomb shoes. So, don't know what the game exactly was expecting out of us. What, no hearts for me? Did I defeat her so quickly that hearts didn't get dropped? Ah, that's a bad place for me to be standing. Damn, they were like relentless today. They're pissed because I sequence braked. Ah, if I was on the left-hand side. Yeah, they're like super aggressive. God damn it. Those two are like totally free too. Okay, there we go. Witches, you know, they can be tough. Rover. Alright, we can pop into Fire Temple next. Kind of funny music to have with Ganondorf's fight theme being on there. What's our item out of curiosity? A heart? Why not? We're grabbing heart pieces today. Yeah, for Ocarina of Time, it didn't really do too much with it, sadly. I'm pretty sure Majora's Mask they did more stuff with it. Even though they're both like near the start of like the end of the game. So I mean, you pretty much just use it, you know, in Spirit Temple and in the trial a little bit, and that's it. I do like how in Wind Waker you gotta use the shield to like deflect the light arrows during the one phase of Ganon. I thought that was a pretty cool way to utilize it. For funsies, that's our first chest. Small key. Slovakia. Water temple. Ironic. Imagine if Morpha happens to be Fire Temple. I would be very happy if it happens to get randomized like that. I mean, Kotaki and Kaoom's thing was Ganon's Tower, alongside Ganon's fight music being the boss music. Be kinda neat. Oh, go further down, like closer to the lava, it just skips it. I didn't know that. Cool. I will do my best to remember that next time we fight Volvagia. I knew it sped you up. I didn't know you had to be like a certain distance down. It would just like skip a phase or make it quicker. Let me guess. Small key. Heart container. That is 2 bosses that gave us a heart container. That, we have Vanilla Song of Storms, Saria's Minuet. That's like vanilla adjacent. This does 1 loop. That would be especially useful if you don't have a tunic. Thank you, Zelda. I think my favorite boss trick in this game, not that I know how to do it, but I like when you do the like infinite sword glitch on Phantom Ganon, particularly like in the speedruns. You want to have like the bow out just to make sure that you're doing it quick enough so he doesn't get up again. I just find it like really funny that Link's like standing next to Phantom Ganon with the bow out. Trapping Morpho in the corner is pretty fun, too. And of course, Bongo Bongo if you do your timing right and beat them with the Master Sword. That always feels like a nice accomplishment. I don't feel nearly as proud when I do with Big Goron's sword. That's right. You're drowning, Navi. Get down from there. Also, last check for the fun of it. Another heart piece. So yeah, this seed was also really generous with giving me heart pieces. I think I've only had one seed that was like really dickish about it. Like I was just getting consumables a lot and like no hearts or heart containers. Oh, the other one's got magic. But yeah, I'm really glad we found bomb juice, because otherwise I don't think I really would have thought that I had to, like, get to the shop as an adult. Though I suppose I probably wouldn't have bought it, I would have maybe just, like, gone in the Ice Cavern. Because I knew that King Zora was, didn't have anything. King Zora just had a red rupee, got that from Gossip Stone. So I knew it had to be something as Kid Link. Speaking of Ice Cavern. Oh, that was early. So yeah, I went to Spirit Temple as a kid, didn't have to actually do that. Double dip Deku. Also just kind of had a bit of a slow start with the seed. It was kind of a trolley seed, logically, I feel like. But Bomb Shoes solved that. Alright, a little over 3 hours. You know, the other kind of funny thing is, if that strength upgrade was in Spirit Temple, I technically didn't even have to actually go to DTG. Because all of that logic was for, oh wait, no, never mind. Disregard me. Because I could not have gotten to it without, yeah, because Adult Link can't get there, you need the gauntlets.